Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Randy Newman. Welcome to our podcast. I like smoking cigarettes.
John Schneider posted a picture of his dog.
Remember Bug's Life?
Ants. Every cartoon.
There's bugs. They live under rugs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the least listened to podcast on the planet, Talking Over Albums.
Talking over albums!
That's it, we just need a theme song.
Bum, bum, bum.
Riff, riff,
Bum,
riff,
bum, bum,
riff.
bum, bum.
Riff,
Bum,
riff,
bum,
riff,
bum.
riff, riff.
Bum, 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 bum.
Talking Over Albums. I need to get David Burns. Alright, pick
Talking
one.
over albums. Talking over albums.
Mystery selection. It's Randy Newman.
I don't know why I'm picking this, because you're immediately going to poo-poo it.
I know it.
Tom Waits.
Randy Newman.
Tom Waits for no man.
We're doing Randy Newman. Here it goes. I don't know. I don't want to do the podcast anymore. Alright, we're doing... Oh, f*** it. We're just doing Now That's What I Call Music Volume 2. Alright. There's no introduction. We did the first one and it was annoying garbage. Here's more annoying garbage. Does anyone have anything to say about compilation bullshit? We're doing Now That's What I Call Music
It's
Volume
a way for an
2.
artist to make a little bit more money off a hit they had.
Did you draw that one?
No. Let's redo the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, now that's what I... Oh, wait. Talking Over Albums.
Talking over albums.
Episode 28 or 29. I don't know what it is.
I'm so excited about talking over albums.
Yeah, so I don't remember Now That's What I Call Music Volume 1.
Randy Newman.
I mean, I remember...
excited about talking over
Hey, everybody.
albums.
Hey everybody, how come I wasn't on Now That's What I Call Music Volume 1?
I heard a song about ants.
Alright, so... More compilation shenanigans.
Now that's what I call music to you.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, I love this song.
How was I supposed to know?
Wow.
So I was in like eighth grade when this came out. I just remember every boy who just went through puberty had like a permanent boner for this. In retrospect, I'm like, I don't really get it. It was that Norwegian dude who wrote every single one of these songs.
Yeah.
He's got to be richer than God.
Isn't it some weird... What does that sound? Like a synth harpsichord, like... Dun, dun,
That wick, 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 wick thing.
Like in the percussion or...
just that, like, bassy...
Oh, off to the sides.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nothing here is
Backstreet
real.
Boys had a lot of that sound. It's just like a classic pop sound.
Nothing here is real.
I can't really...
It's all made on a computer in a...
Remember in the 90s when every girl had a sweet midriff and every dude was wearing a sports jersey?
Yeah, I remember that.
How was she supposed to know?
I liked my half shirt with my belly hanging out. It was like, yeah, check out my keg.
Hold on, she's about to confess that her loneliness...
She was skinny.
I think she was a social experiment.
I thought this one was boring. I mean, it was a big hit, so I heard it a lot. But I think right from like the first time I heard it, I thought it was really boring. Like,
Yeah.
There's nothing really exciting about it. There's no really good line, I don't think. There's no... Like, usually there's some kind of catchphrase. There's a hook. There's a...
1998 was annoying, where everyone was wearing those stupid hats, and everyone was wearing primary colors, and like these not very interesting like group dances.
This is when girls started wearing pajamas as outdoor wear. I remember that. That's where that all started. Like, oh, Britney Spears wears sweats when she just walks around in the street. And it's like, yep, great. And your flip-flops.
Here's a song I actually like. So see, this is a nice smorgasbord of crap,
would hate it.
decent, crap, decent.
What
Here's
is this?
New Radicals. Get what you give.
I worked with a guy that loved this album. He had the CD and would listen to it all the time, and he like gave it to me one day, and he's like, "Hey, listen to this while you're working. You're really gonna like it." And I tried. I like put it on and I played it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is really good elevator music." It's like,
No, it is. Can't remember what's the album called. Yeah,
but
whatever.
pianos always make you feel a little calmer, a little like it adds a depth.
I don't know what happened to the guy. He put out this good sort of 70s inflected 90s pop album and then disappeared.
I mean, that's the natural step.
Yeah, it was a great music video.
All I wanted
also.
to do was get into production. Because that's where the money is. You get paid no matter what.
Yeah, I think that's what he did. But this is one of those great music videos of we're 90s kids at the mall. Ready? We're gonna shock the establishment. We're gonna put adults
We're going to have
and
our
dogs
own
in
style
cages.
of elevator music. Hang on, folks.
So when I give the secret message, put all the adults in cages. And then we go to Sabaro.
I think this is a result of people being sick of being depressed by Nirvana kind of bands.
No, that's what I
You
call
gotta feel
music.
good.
This is all from the same
I
year,
love
right?
these happy tunes.
But yeah, I love the crap out of this album. And
No, that's
I don't think I've heard
of
it,
that age, right? Like you were at the right age where this would have
Yeah.
affected
and
you.
this guy just didn't do anything after it. To me, this was like the American version of Bittersweet
I'm telling
Symphony.
you, the guy that like kept telling me all the time about how great the New Radicals were was like, you know, he was like your age, and he was just, you have to listen to this. It's so good. And I listened to it, and I was just like, it's so just never goes. It like melodically, it does exactly like this song
No,
does.
that was a
all the
thing of
way
that
through.
era, really, too. Was this,
Oh.
like, jammier
Just keep
rock songs.
My phone. Can someone
just
look up?
keep
I thought
banging that friggin' note out.
Yeah. I thought Bittersweet Symphony was on this one.
Hit
That
that
one's even
G
more
till your
brilliant.
balls break.
But yeah, anyway, to me, this was always the American equivalent to Bittersweet Symphony. It was like the 90s anthem thing. I mean, yeah, there was like, you know, there's like Wonderwall, Bittersweet Symphony,
Mm-hmm.
Get What You Give, and then next is, does anyone remember Robbie Williams? He was
I didn't until just now.
He was in a boy band
I
that
would have
has,
never thought
that
of
has
him
nothing
again.
to do with any of us in the United States. That's what I remember. Every time you watch something,
waiting through an ad.
every time we watch something on BBC, they would go, and our special guest tonight is Robbie Williams. And
Oh.
I would go, who's this guy?
This might be why I thought Bittersweet Symphony was on here, because this is the same song.
He is serious.
He's an English wanker who took the sample from this is from one of the early James Bond movies. It was one where he goes to Japan.
You know.
Look at me, I'm a 250-pound Asian man, and I'm
And then he
6
taught me
foot
all about
5.
having a third nipple. That's a thing.
Speaking of Bond, oh yeah, there
You
you
can
go.
totally have a third nipple.
We've got stars directing our fate. It's catchy, but he's a douchebag.
I think that's why he doesn't really have anything to do with anything anymore.
Man, 98 was...
I don't think he was all that good. I think this sounds like this was completely invented to make
I
money
think-
off of this guy's name.
The end of every decade becomes a joke of itself.
Look at all the high contrast. That's basically my only memory of like 97 to 99 was just everything was like extremely high contrast, like Matrix colors.
That's gonna...
That Kodachrome.
This is all happening.
Remember when everybody did the washed up Kodachrome like a couple of years later? Remember The Way? I remember that video and going,
yeah.
It's like all this washed out Kodachrome looking. It's like if you overexposed everything all the time. Lots of blacks and reds and
Yeah,
flashes of light.
Robbie Williams, this douchebag set back American-British relations for like a century.
Well, I think the reason this guy, you didn't hear about him very much was he did drugs all the time and he kept getting arrested. And everybody that had money gave up on him. I remember something vaguely about that. I'm not going to look it up because I will let the 3 people that are going to listen to this go look it up on their own, figure out what the truth is.
Get up and see the sarcasm.
I was wondering
in
how
my
these people
eyes.
become famous in the first place. They don't go out like other bands and like hit the venues. Like, how do you have a whole like? He just did this. Somebody made him, right?
Yeah.
Like, somebody just makes these people, like companies.
It's me, Robbie Williams.
They were trying to make him out
Somebody
like
made
James
me.
Bond, but he ended up being a drunk Scottish guy that just got drunk and punched people all the time.
He has an infinitely punchable face.
See?
I'll say that. All right. Next
And
is
yet he got
Semisonic
punched a
closing
lot.
time. He's probably sitting in a dumpster somewhere, trying to fillet himself.
He probably shows up on English crap.
he had
because
a
they love trotting out their old one-hit wonders.
I like to think these people budget their money to the, like they're like, I'm going to do drugs for the rest of my life. How do I make this happen? I need to sell this many records, and I'm going to set aside this much. I'm going to have a little area. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
everything's
drugs
more
for the rest of
expensive in
my
England
life.
too, right? So you have to you have to really figure it out.
You have to
do the
budget.
math.
You have to budget.
Semisonic
Yeah.
closing
You
time.
can't go balls to the wall with it.
The only story I know
You have
about.
to budget for these things. Like, I would like to do cocaine until I die. Well, when are you planning on dying? Because that can be like
That's a algorithm. He's like doing all these complex like.
you need a guy with
Well,
an
I do
algorithm.
this.
Well, in
You have to figure it out. Like, I want to die by lethal injection. Oh, well, the algorithm for that is. Well, what if I just want to do cocaine until I pass out?
in the last now, we're talking a lot about like context, like memories surrounding this stuff.
Closing time.
Period. That's all I had to say.
Go home.
I don't know.
but
Just,
stay
the only
here. You know what I heard? I just read an article
Yeah,
about
no,
this recently where they were talking about the lead singer. They were interviewing the lead singer of this band, and he was going on and on about how people don't really understand what this song's about, and he went on some tangent about how this is actually about graduating from college or something, and how I don't even remember. God damn it! It was something about like he was like no, I think it's pretty on the head.
I wish Savage Garden was on here.
Well, you should
I
have
don't-
picked
I
a
don't
different
I
now.
don't wish that at all.
She sure she doesn't want to get in up on this?
What do you want her to come up here and
See,
listen to this and talk
this was
about
an
money
era
for a
of-
while?
What is with the end of decades bringing? They're trying to make anthems. Like anthems are so annoying.
I
don't like that quality of music.
Don't you think everything's cyclical
well, we
though?
knew
It
it.
is. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's these weird cycles of these eras.
I felt
where,
like it was
we
by
are
decades.
we are in like we're in an era right now where people like these anthems and they want this like powerful fist bumping thing.
I
And like it's,
feel like you're right. I've had the same sort of theory myself, but you can't just hold it to a 10-year.
it's been 10 years.
it's like-
I think it's been.
I hate this
It's
guy's eyes.
It's like it's different time periods. Because I remember when grunge really caught on in '92, and then everybody that liked, I'll call it hair metal for a lack of a better descriptor, but that energized music they were looking for, they just left in drove. It's like I remember all those Skid Rows and everybody trying to stay relevant, and they were just like, maybe if we sound like Nirvana, everybody will listen to it. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, it's over. You did your thing. You're out.
Yes.
You're gone.
People should know that when that happens to them.
Yeah.
Can we discuss?
That would be nice.
There's a 1 in a million that always transitions into a new era. I mean, there's always one that figures out a way.
David Bowie, just every era.
What was with the Matrix neon greens?
Has weird filters.
They were starting to get into like all the colors and everything. Yeah, it was like the special effects. That's what they were doing.
All right, here's U2.
They have a U2 song in here?
Yeah, strangely enough, one of the most obnoxious music videos.
I was going to say, what in the world did U2 do in 1998? I don't even remember.
It was like a remake of The Sweetest Thing.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Do people still watch a lot of music videos like back then? Or is that gone away mostly? Because
In 98.
I'm like,
I remember sitting around with my...
It was still kids doing it because I had friends that had children that would, like, by 98, they were sitting on the laptop watching videos. You could go to, like, MTV.com and, like, you could watch things. And it carried through because I know years later, you could go on YouTube. Once YouTube came out, a lot of the videos were on YouTube, like this. I remember... Hippie Jeff's daughter sitting there. She asked if she could borrow my laptop, and she literally watched that Justin Bieber song.
Oh, you're talking about now or 1998?
No, I'm talking about how it evolved.
Oh,
like
I just wonder if people sit around watching music videos like they used to.
But kids do it. Kids do it.
Yeah, kids.
I think they do it. I think they do.
Younger.
I maybe not now, but up until like.
Well, I mean, I sit around with some of my friends watching like EDM music videos. Some of them are artistically interesting, so it still happens, but not like really for pop songs.
You're technically pretty old, but yeah. I'm
Wait,
just
was this
kids?
All right,
I've seen kids. They'll pull this stuff up.
Let's get back to this fucking song.
I saw a kid sitting in the parking lot watching. What's that guy? Chris Pontius from Jackass.
Pontius Pilate.
And he was watching it in the car while his mom was grocery shopping, and I was just like, "That guy's
Oh my
still
god,
alive?"
what the fuck was that? I'm gonna rewind this for a second. That was just hideous. What is this? Somebody made a... That's even worse than those, like, Genesis Land of Confusion puppets. Alright, so... Was this the... Oh, yeah, because they remade The Sweetest Thing, and that was this, which was a hit in the late 90s. But the original version of Sweetest Thing, I think, is a lot better. This is good too, but, you know...
Yeah, I have the original version because it was like a B-side off of a single from Joshua Tree.
I can't quite differentiate in my head while I'm listening to this, but...
Yeah,
because this one sounds like it could have been on All That You Can't Leave Behind.
The first one is neat because it's more haunting. This one's more melodic.
Yeah.
If I was to say, the one that my friend had on a CD was more melodic, or I'm sorry, more haunting and like echoes. They had lots of like reverb and stuff. And this one's more like straightforward.
No.
Jangly.
I'm just gonna say, for the longest time, I didn't understand why people got so pissed off by U2. They're like, that band. I still love them, but like at the time, I did not. Yeah. All right, here's Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow.
I love Sheryl
Remember
Crow.
back when she was doing a really good Rolling Stones impersonation?
Yeah.
I don't even mean that in any kind of detrimental way.
Yeah, I listen to it all the time. I still go back and listen to Sheryl Crow. We were just listening to it last weekend. It's just, you just throw some on and like...
Yeah, I have fond memories of her more than the other stuff we've listened to so far.
I love the squishy slap reverb. I always liked their stuff. She was kind of the soundtrack to my summer at the pool. But she took a really, really hard turn into mediocrity. Because I mean, I ended up like giving her a lot of crap for, you know, being vanilla rock like the female Phil Collins or something. But she was really good for a few years.
2 or 3 albums were very different. She has a little, like, she's from Missouri. I think she was trying to tap into that a little bit with the LA thing. Well, she did that weird part where she moved to Nashville and started doing country music that just sounded like what she was already doing, but I didn't get it. I didn't like it. It didn't sound very good. It was like, okay, you got twangier, but you already had a sound. What do you care? You know, people are buying it. Why did you go with a different thing? But I gotta say, the last 2 albums, as an old person, she's gotten political, but the sound has gone back to more... I loved this album and the first album so much. I finally had a female performer that I liked.
Yeah.
This and Alanis Morissette. got me into like listening to female performers because they started writing their own stuff, and I liked that a lot. I'm not a big fan of people that perform other people's compositions. It's just like, I guess if you have something to add to it,
they're
that's
performers.
fine.
They're not musicians, really. I mean, the difference between being a musician and just like the performance aspect.
Right. It's something about it. Since I was a kid, I was just like, I always had more respect for somebody that wrote and performed their own stuff.
Yeah. Or
made their own thing, like made something. The person that did it was like, there's like the Elvis, it's like he took other people's things and put his stamp on it. I get it. But there's also like something a little special to me. You know what I mean? You made this. From beginning to end, it's your thing.
I just want to picture like Britney Spears in the basement, like with some like Korg Triton or like Yamaha sequencer, I'm just like programming all this myself, and like this is my thing.
I want to make my own sound. Oh yeah, what's that sound? A lot like what you hear in the radio, but different.
Let's do commentary over our commentary. Play the first thing we listen to.
Yeah, just like let's listen to us and then commentate on us.
Hey, we're back.
Do it over and over again.
We're back. Here's a Fat Boy.
Wow, we really got that wrong, didn't we?
Fat Boy Slim, praise you. Did he invent the flash mob?
Hey Randy, if you're listening,
Hey,
we're doing
Randy.
Praise You.
Randy Newman?
No, my friend Randy from
Captain Randy.
a bazillion
He has
years
a
ago.
10-foot wiener.
Captain Randy with a 10-foot wiener.
I can hear Randy Newman singing this, actually.
Go and celebrate you, baby.
Get your ball. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
That's like the chords he would use, too. There's like kind of like... It's pretty generic.
Yeah, this doesn't have really
Yeah,
any
Randy
lyrics,
Randy
right?
Newman does Fat Boy Slim.
Fat Boy Slim.
I'm gonna praise you.
This was my introduction into what do you call this music?
I don't know.
Electronic.
Is it? No. Sort of.
I like this Asian guy back here who's extremely not interested. He's like, what is this flash mob? That's my reaction to a flash mob. I've never seen one in person, but when I'm watching
But when I
it's
see
like,
one, I want to shoot them all. Flash mob, get your gun.
How come that's never happened? Like, flash mob gunned down.
The only
Stars would
flash
have to
mob I
align
ever
for
saw
that
was
to happen.
the...
I mean, someone was planning a killing spree and a flash mob happened. Come on, the planets aligned.
Right, like an ironic, unintentional
Mathematically,
crossing of-
so improbable. Like,
I was just
so
gonna say, the
improbable.
closest thing I've ever seen to a flash mob is that zombie parade that they do in Normal every year. And it was just like Melissa Moore
The zombie walk?
Hubs. She was scared
Melissa.
shitless. Yeah, the zombie walk. She
How-
was scared
yeah.
to death. She wanted to lock the doors.
What if there was like a drifter that was like this hero character that came into town and he saw a zombie walk and he thought the zombie apocalypse happened and then he started killing them? Like, that would be confusing.
It's Rick Grimes.
He wasn't like paying attention to the calendar. He didn't know it was near October. It can happen.
Do you still watch Walking
Pew,
Dead?
pew, pew, pew. Yeah.
Has his stupid son died yet?
Yes.
Yay!
The smart.
Are you
one.
serious?
The stupid.
How did
son?
they kill him off? Because I only watched the first 3 or 4 seasons, and all I wanted from that show was just Rick's stupid son to die. That's all I wanted.
Bit by a zombie.
And which season is this? I just want to watch the
This
episode.
last year.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, are we talking about Walking Dead now?
He never stopped being annoying. If that
Wait,
helps you.
is this guy Fat Boy Slim, or is this just something he videotaped? Like this guy, is he this guy? Is that Fat Boy Slim?
I don't know.
Me
Is
neither.
there a guy on there that looks kind of like Eminem a little bit?
I actually don't know what.
Yeah, I don't
Fat
think
Boy
he's on this.
like the weapon of choice,
It
Christopher
looks.
Walken.
That
kinda
reminds me
looked-
of like a.
He kind of
Napoleon
looked like
Dynamite.
Moby, if I remember right. But he had more
I
hair.
don't know. Let me look it up. Next here's Garbage. Chris!
She doesn't care.
Garbage, I think I'm paranoid.
I think
Let's
I'm
see what Fat Boy Slim
paranoid.
looks like.
Oh, this is one of those redheads. She's kind of cute.
Goddamn motherfucking
Yeah, that could have been him. I mean, he's kind of old now, but it could have been him. Join us.
Join us.
Garbage just
Here,
came.
you want to hear? I think I'm paranoid.
We were trying to figure out what Fatboy Slim looked like. Yeah, he looks like if Sting and Eminem had a baby.
Maybe he time traveled. He is their baby.
Tell us your story. Where were you in 1998?
Probably on his couch.
No, 1998, we were living together.
What?
We were living together.
No. Not till 99.
You sure?
Yeah, because it's 4 years before we got an apartment.
All right.
Because we're crazy people who are afraid of commitment.
Never really listened to that much Garbage.
Oh, I listen to Garbage all the time.
I always
You were on Airport Road.
Oh,
and I
you
was
mean the
just
band,
living on
not
your
literally.
couch.
I've always enjoyed everything I've heard by the band. I just never really sucked me in.
She was on that Terminator TV show.
She was really good.
Was
on
she?
it, too.
Yeah, she was really good.
She scared the shit out of
She
me.
missed
Shirley
her.
Manson. Is she
should've-
still alive?
Interesting.
She
Think
she
so.
wasn't a recent casualty. Oh no!
Yeah, it was really good on the TV show because they really played her.
The Cranberries.
How tiny
Cranberries,
she
like-
was with how scary she was. It was like she was just like 5 feet tall, but she was just menacing.
Yeah, like
Sherilyn Manson's totally alive.
yeah, Garbage always had this great. I mean, it's smooth and accessible, but they still managed to capture like the spirit.
Well, you know what I
of
like about it?
grunge.
It's half like the band is Canadian and she's from like Scotland, I think. And I think it kind of comes off that way. Like you're getting a nice mix of that poppy sound that they like in Canada a lot. You know, like think Glass Tiger back then or whatever, mixed with a little more edgy the European sound, like lyrics or whatever.
Like, I don't think anyone ever wants to do this again, but you could tell when, okay, like, where, like, really hard, sort of grungy gets filtered into, like, something very accessible, where you get the spirit of it. So, like, a band like Filter or a Collective Soul, where
I think it's funny that all the ones that end up on the Now This Is Music are like their shortest songs. Like, they're only like 2 minutes long.
yeah,
Like,
where
well, that's gone. What's next?
yeah. So I like that hyper condensed late '90s thing of like you're still getting the spirit of edgy hard rock, but
Right.
it's still just pop music. Here's a Cake, Never There.
Cake.
Cake.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, boy.
Is R. Kelly on this list?
Pee guy. Pee on you. I want to pee on you.
To be, I don't know. I was always kind of annoyed by Cake.
You're never there.
I hear this on my iPod all the time.
I think they're really good. I think they have a genre and they're really good at it. And I think it's funny that they did that thing some bands do where they just go, we don't want to tour anymore. We're just going to make albums. And then collectively all their fans just went, all right, we're done. Because they put out a few more albums that you've never heard of.
I'm blanking out. There's that other band. Never mind. Whatever.
Glass
Just like
Tiger?
annoying, sort of late '90s bands. They're not
White
annoying. They were on
Boston?
they were on the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Oh. No.
Not Brandy, not Seal, Massive Attack, The Offspring. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
For me, it's like The Offspring, Cake. There's just something mildly annoying about.
Really? I find them very different.
I think they're
Yeah,
both good,
I'd say
but
they're pretty
like
different.
there's just like an annoying factor.
So you have an
to me,
annoying
them.
factor, you mean?
I don't. Yeah.
Because
Well,
I like Cake.
Offspring at this era was super annoying for sure.
What was
Yeah,
the
this
song
is where they
had?
were doing the...
They were going
Oh, Smash
for
It Up.
sarcasm, weren't they?
Smash it up, smash
I
it
don't
up.
Mm.
Is that the guy from Cake? He looks like
Yeah, they did that song.
Damn it, who does he look like? He looks just like
Oh, Vicks.
Hey, was that a Vapo Rub commercial?
Yeah, it's a Vicks Vapor Rub commercial.
At that time,
98 degrees.
at that time,
Oh, remember this effect?
Oh, thanks
Hold
for
on, I'm
me
going
going
back.
back my
Ready?
headphones in time
Hold on,
for
ready?
98 degrees.
You're welcome.
That's that stupid 90s shift effect.
it was a
That's what I got to say
Wearing
about that.
primary colors, cause we're motherfucking Power Rangers. Ready?
You
Here
rehearsed
she
that.
comes.
And
Remember these stupid
I
sweaters?
wear a sweater in the summer.
Baggy jeans, sweaters.
And I wear a sweater
I do
in
hate
the
that effect.
winter.
That effect is bad.
Because
I'm glad that's
there's
It's all
no
the
there's no
sweaters.
meaning to it at all, other than like, hey, this is tricky.
Hey, I love baggy pants though. Like, I'm never gonna get off baggy pants. I get the skinny jeans,
He's
but I
feeling
love
for
the
it.
baggy pants.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I will never get off.
It's my turn. These
I'm
these songs are like a dating site, like where you're just getting
I'm
5 different guys telling you their story, and you're competing with like these 5 guys or whatever. No, there are 4, I guess, in this. Like,
I was
which
like-
one will you choose?
I was like this guy.
Like they all have their little solo time.
I'm the blonde one.
Yeah, I was like this
Which one
guy.
will you take home?
He was
We're
just
all
shoved in the
wearing
back.
white, so you can't tell the difference.
I was like the guy who was like 35 years old, who was in the band at the time.
They're all like, I have biceps. And I'm the one who can actually sing.
Where
They're
it's
all
like,
wandering around. back
I'm
there.
buff and intimidating, sort of.
I have a
but I'm
cross
also
on a
sensitive.
chain around my neck because I want to be easy accessible.
All right, I want to find who invented that.
Visual technique.
Yeah, the visual technique and slap it out of them.
Yeah, that's so
Like-
annoying.
Like, wow, that was cool.
This
You
Nick Lacey
figured that
guy-
out, but it's
this
also
Nick Lacey
pointless.
guy with the
I don't think.
like
Oh, this part's great. They're on the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's clearly like,
That
like
voice- that's
dying. They're
not
about to
being
die.
recorded right there at all.
where it's clearly hurricane force winds, and they're pretending like they're singing. Here we go. Here's how it would sound over it.
Can I get some sound? Test.
They're just singing into that.
I think you're missing the whole point where
They're
like
singing into that
Nick
wind.
and his brother,
Yeah.
like they don't.
I
They're
just sort of like that guy.
they're little tiny
'Cause
Jewish
he was,
guys,
like,
and they're
40.
trying to hide the fact that they are. They don't want you to think about that. But the other 2 guys are like going, "I have this giant gold cross around my neck. Yellow." Yeah, where are they now?
He's in heaven now
I,
because of that gold cross.
I just love
chain
the I just love the boy
That's
band.
the automatic buy-in, right?
I just love the boy band posing.
I bought a cross. I'm in.
The boy band sensitivity posing. That
I'm in.
that
I
always,
win. Oh, what's
wait,
next?
What am I at? Oh yeah. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Oh, the reverb is terrible.
It's a nightmare. All right, it's a marathon. Day 3 of. Now that's what I call music volume 2.
Oh, we got Spice Girls. When Chris goes to sleep, you just
I just jam out to the Spice Girls.
got headphones blaring.
Oh,
This
you
might
wouldn't
be a
even
skipper.
know.
And that's what I call music volume 1. There were 3 or 4 songs that I'd never heard. So I remember skipping a few of them. This might be the only one so far.
What's this crap?
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Well, you know I didn't like anything they did.
Yeah, they were on the last one. I think we gave our impressions of
This
the
is it.
Spice Girls on the last one. They're driving through the woods.
It's awful. Look at the way they look in this video.
Now that's what I call music is an international thing.
Everyone just go sit around and say your favorite Spice Girl. Mine is what's her name from now America's Got Talent. She has a very Yorkshire accent. Where everything
wait.
is flattened out like a donut.
Who?
Yeah,
Who's that?
Scary Spice.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the best.
Whatever her name is. All right, that's settled.
It's settled.
There you go. It's done.
Although she's great too. The one who's so like it goes one.
I like Baby
Goes
Spice
scary,
because she has big
scary.
boobs.
It goes scary, sporty, and
Nobody
then
cares.
the other.
It's all right.
Wait, who is this one?
What are we judging these people on?
Boobs, boob size.
Their popular music.
Fine, whatever. Baby Spice was fun, but who is this other one?
Now it's weird to be into Baby Spice. Don't be
Whatever.
into Baby Spice.
But who is this? Who is the other one? This one? No, not her. Oh wait, she was the
Phoenix Spice. The red-haired one.
Wait, she would stay on them for 2 seconds.
No,
yeah,
this
nobody
is
cares about her.
Quick editing. It's too quick.
Told you, Baby Spice.
Okay, so
She has the big boobs.
which one was the one who was married to David Beckham?
Wait, Posh.
Wait, who's this one?
That was.
Wait, no, she's the one who's married to David Beckham.
Posh
So who's the
Spice.
other one? Who gives a shit? I'm
Is
skipping
there
it.
Ginger Spice.
All right, this is
what it was.
this is the one I was talking
I
about.
don't know.
Oh god. All right, here's Maya featuring Blackstreet and Mace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those super embarrassing relics of the late 90s that I completely
weird.
forgotten about until I looked this up.
Just now.
Remember Maya? What the hell happened to her?
This thing happened.
Maya was like so popular for like
This thing
2
happened.
years.
Seriously? She's in a crib.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh god.
This one's freaking me out.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah, you can pretty much sum up the 90s with this shot right here.
You gotta put your
Yeah, what's
your hand in your chin.
yeah, primary colors, bucket hats, and that weird forced perspective thing.
And still clothes
this.
that don't fit.
Super wide angle lens.
Still clothes that don't fit.
Yes.
I
You
just
have
don't-
to have
I
clothes
just
that
don't
are baggy.
understand
Very important.
how you can do this in front of a camera.
It's the
and
modern zoot suit.
feel good about yourself. Like
I don't
I
know.
would stop doing what I was doing
It's
immediately.
a nightmare. Give me some Vapo. I wonder what Maya's doing today, because she was like,
She married somebody rich.
I mean, because at least yeah.
Sorry. I'm just throwing it out there because that's probably what happened.
Okay. Because at
No,
least
they all. I'm telling you, they all just.
Oh, yeah, here comes
budget
Mace.
their money for how many drugs they can.
look.
do.
Do you think?
Look, here's Mace riding in this giant dinosaur thing.
They were trying to get a younger audience, but didn't realize that their career was going down. They were trying to get a new audience, like cigarettes, like cigarette companies.
You know what else she does that's really funny? Because we were watching Britney Spears earlier.
Hey, Maya.
She has those big baggy sweatpants on with a really tight top. And it's like, that's just everywhere in 1998, apparently.
I mean, at least Aaliyah died.
Now
so
that's
she
what
had an
I call
excuse.
music.
I know. I tried to do the joke in the last one. Ready? Now that's what I call podcasting. R. Kelly, bitches.
I don't want to listen to R. Kelly really. But
Well.
is he skip worthy?
This is when a woman's fed up.
He might be skip worthy.
Well, if I don't remember any other
Oh wait,
words.
Hey, wait,
clear
who's
that
Skip Worthy? That sounds like a name for a guy on a game show. Hi, I'm Skip Worthy, and you're playing $10,000 Pyramid.
Don't change this channel, even though my name's Skip Worthy.
Well, let me just say I admire that R. Kelly is rich enough and successful enough to live in his own bizarre world. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I watched his show where they were
Those people
recording.
are
They were interviewing people going to an R. Kelly concert. Like, he's been accused of all this stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, but his music's really good, right?"
Yeah, his whole life has turned into a curiosity, and that's the only credit I'm going to give him. He has a couple of songs that I think are good. That's it. Anyway, here's
Everclear, Father of
Look at those
Mine.
colors.
one of the most underrated bands of the 90s.
I love this band. He's so good.
What I love the most is he was like 50 years old.
Alex Kyriakis
At
is
the height
so
of their-
good, though. He was a big heroin addict, and he got cleaned up, and he put a band together, and
That rarely happens.
I know. Well, I mean, after he got cleaned up, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like,
He does a Sirius XM show. I can't remember what station it's on, but Yeah, he does it.
He's a very interesting person, and I like his lyrics. I have the albums over here if you'd like to listen to him. I find him fascinating. We went and saw him in concert. He was really good.
Like, they had a really impeccable sense of melody, and
A storytelling ability along the lines of Bruce Springsteen to me. He tells a story with a great melody.
Yeah, he's he's a California Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah,
I think this is the only point in this podcast where I'm gonna get serious or sentimental about it. But
I know many people that have told me that there is one of their albums that is very cathartic to them. I've had numerous people when I'm listening to this, they just come up to you and go, "This really means something to me. Does it mean something to you?" I'm like, really? It's that in your face? I thought it was a little diluted, maybe, but I get okay.
yeah, I mean, this style of music was never my thing, but where there was kind of that punk energy behind it, but there was also this great sensitivity to it, which I always...
No, it was really interesting, but because it still has that sort of punk sound, that garage sound.
Yeah,
he didn't give that up necessarily. No, I think this is what I got is the complete opposite of that. It's
I have no opinion on
either
Sublime.
You enjoy this or you don't. You're either gonna like it or you're not.
Yeah, I don't. I had a friend growing up who was obsessed with him. I don't.
I feel like I was a little older than the people who really like this, and I don't like to diss on Sublime because there are people that really like Sublime that I like. I kind of don't actually get it.
I'm not dumping on anything. I just
That's funny. I really respect it. I thought it sounded different when it came out, but I dismissed it. And then after the guy died, I was like, and then people it built into a thing, and I was like, I could see how this would build into a thing. I understand how it hits nerves. Literally, my kids like this. You know what I mean? It has a catchy sound to it.
The thing is there's a 4 to 5 year range of everything that's popular at a very certain age in a person's life is always going to be this deep, meaningful thing to people.
Right.
And if you miss it, you miss it. You can't get back to it.
Well, but I think it's two different ages.
I was 2
years
years older.
Two different ages. I think it's
I was too old for Harry Potter when Harry Potter came out.
I don't get Harry Potter.
Right.
Nathan, too old for Harry Potter.
I'm saying that I was literally just a little bit too old. I didn't care about it, so I never got into it.
Yeah,
just like music. So it's just tiny.
Can we kind of rewind
bits?
But I like the part where
5 to 6.
I like the part where there's a generation that was of college age when this came out, and then there was the part where all the kids were hearing it on the radio all the time. And those kids, I hear them all the time because of my kid. I hear them all no, Sublime was awesome. They were really speaking to me. And little kids, they weren't talking about getting high or anything. There was something different that they were hitting. So I get where somehow this is hitting something.
I appreciate Sublime. I don't necessarily.
It's
want to listen.
It's they're hitting a note that they heard, and they were like, yeah.
Anyway, here's the Backstreet Boys, who will always. Oh, look at these primary colors.
I don't know about this.
Every one of them has their own colors: blue, yellow.
Who is this?
Red. They're all Power Rangers.
They're all Power Rangers.
I can't take this.
Okay, so that's the message.
I feel like this song comes out every year or two, right?
That's the message of this podcast, is that in the 90s, Power Rangers was the most influential thing.
Who are they?
Backstreet Boys.
Oh my God.
Bad.
I'll never break your
There's your problem right there. I'm too old. I don't understand Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, me too.
Every time I see it, I just go, why are we listening to this? Why would anybody do this to themselves?
I had a friend who looked just like this guy over here, except shorter.
Joey fat one.
Fat.
We all had friends that looked like every one of these people.
All right, we're skipping. So, wait, unless anyone has anything to say about the Backstreet Boys.
They never occurred, as far as I knew. I didn't understand what was going on. When I found out that my son had a CD of theirs, he's very young. I'm not making him old, but
This song wasn't really.
you
that big of
got a
hit.
CD, and I was just like, "This is the first CD you want as a child."
Not
Skip.
good.
All right.
Ready?
He was a victim of circumstance.
You right?
Yeah, we're.
My first album was Tears for Fears. That's pretty cool, I think.
He wanted your opinion about Backstreet Boys,
Do you
but
require an Ani DeFranco answer? I'm here at your service.
no, not Ani DeFranco.
Oh, well, for
Backstreet Boys.
God, this is
I
taking
am not an
forever.
expert on that.
Oh, good. We're on the home stretch. So,
That's why I told him, don't scream at her. She won't have nothing to say about that.
I have nothing to say about that. Is that the one with or without the cute blonde?
no, we're on the home stretch. There's 2 more songs. So
Either
keep
one, up or down,
talking.
tell you. Ziggy's just upset because all the guests have left the room. He's bored.
Where'd they go?
He has no one to host anymore.
So the Backstreet Boys suck. 98 Degrees
Wait, they're bye. That's them.
suck.
Never doing, and that's what I call 90s again.
Oh, you're totally doing it again.
All right.
You
should do
enjoy
every
this
one
sort
of
of
them.
self-flagellation.
Okay.
Oh God, what is it
I
now?
have to tell this story, I guess. Okay, this was Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life. I remember
Oh my God, this bullshit.
when this came out, I thought it was the and my sister got my grandma to go buy me a copy of the Blueprint 2 or whatever, Jay-Z's in the College Hills Mall. Whatever the yeah. So thanks.
Did that change your life or did it ruin it?
I mean,
Turning point.
I had a very brief rap phase, so I don't really know.
Was it a happy ending?
This is the
I was
only.
just gonna say, one of the greatest things that I have learned being with my wife is that my mom never, ever censored what we read or what we listened to. I know, nobody cares, but I'm gonna go on anyway. But my mom, the one thing she ever did was she's like, whatever you want to read in a book, fine. Whatever you want to listen to music-wise, fine. And I always appreciated that. And I got to decide things on my own. And I liked that. I really appreciated
so
that.
They were saying, "Let your soul be your pilot," like that Sting song.
More like walk this way,
Let your
talk this
soul
way.
be
But-
your pilot.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Jay-Z had hair.
It's really neat that my mom didn't censor what I read
All
or
right,
what I
we've all
did.
seen Annie. Last one. Yeah. So this.
Oh my God! This thing.
Anyway, we're landing the plane. Thoughts.
Sunscreen.
The only one really, the only like song that has not at all held up was R. Kelly. When a woman's fed up, and sort of Spice Girls Goodbye.
Yeah, nobody knew about that.
Every other one of these I completely remember. So, and I totally remember this.
I like the
do
Wear
remember
Sunscreen
this.
song.
Yeah.
Weird.
So, like
this one's
parting
neat.
thoughts.
It's kind of artistic. I kind of like it.
This is better than now. This is better than now. That's what I call music volume 1. So I'm just judging these compilations based on how many of these songs actually stood the test of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not putting
It's just
things.
your age and your
Yeah.
cognitive age, though, your perception at
Yeah.
the time.
Because they're not putting things on here that weren't popular. There were songs that were really popular that no one wants to hear anymore. Scores, I'm giving it a
And
8.
always wear
I'm
sunscreen.
giving it a 8.3 out of. I'm giving it a 7.1 out of 10.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, out of, like, 14 points.
Of bananas?
Two.
What?
All right.
What's the measurement?
Land the
The
land
thing
the
is
plane. Vapor rub.
I was 16 when Kurt Cobain blew his brains out, so I really this is the era where I was just forever trapped in just an ironic view of life, where I didn't really like anything from this time period. There's a few things, it was alright.
I just
I
hate this.
forever hated most pop forever and ever and ever. I liked 90s dance hits.
There was chamber music.
You're really
No.
hitting that vapor rub a lot.
I know.
It's me, Randy Newman. I'm never doing a podcast again. I got no reason bugs. Scary.
It's called
Oh God.
the Break Brett Podcast.
Who the hell is Baz Luhrmann?
Whatever you want to read in a book, fine. Whatever you want to listen to music-wise, fine. I have this giant gold cross around my neck. Yellow.